to Inkquiring Mind. My name is Doug and I'm back with another fountain pen review. I received an email from Inkquiring Mind's subscriber Linda asking if I owned a Kaweco student fountain pen. If I didn't, would I accept her donation of one of hers to review? Well, of course I said yes. Thank you, Linda, for sending me this fascinating fountain pen. And let's get right to it and find out why this is called the student right now. I'll show the parts and features of this pen, show some size comparisons and measurements, and then provide a writing sample. And then I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like about this fountain pen. And this is what Linda sent me. It's a Kaweco box, the typical Kaweco labeling. Pull the sleeve off, and we have the typical Kaweco tin metal flip case with a nice embossed bright blue Kaweco, Germany since 1883. And even the fountain pen on the top is embossed or stamped into the metal and the Kaweco logo. And on the bottom, some scroll work in paint and the address of Kaweco in Nuremberg, Germany, and their website. Let's flip the top up and see what we have. And we have a sticker and a brochure. And in the brochure has the history of Kaweco on one side, and the guarantee, the warranty, in many languages, not one of which is English. Oh, there it is. Period of warranty required by law, whatever your law is. And on the inside, we have the various types of pens. Oh, und was ist das? Ein Füllhalter, ein Gerrola, ein Kugelschreiber, ein Druckbleistift und ein Farbenstift und ein Federhalter. Just trips right off the top. Put that back before we have any more German from me. And here's the pen. We take that out of its condom, put the tin aside, and there's the pen. And also, Linda sent me 3 boxes of Kaweco cartridges, 2 in this summer purple, and 1 in this caramel brown. Of course, these are standard international cartridges, what the Kaweco takes. This pen will take both 2 standard international cartridges in the barrel or 1 long standard international cartridge, or a Kaweco converter, which I have right here. The Kaweco student pen retails for around $60 US, and Kaweco has a color line that separates the available colorways with eras in popular music. The ivory barrels are complemented with colored caps, starting with the 20s jazz in brown, the 30s blues in red, the 50s rock in blue, the 60s swing in green, and the 70s soul in orange. And then there are black and transparent options. I'm not sure the blue should be red, but I'm also not sure these musical genres line up with the decades so neatly. This one is the 30s blue and a nice coral red color. It's very attractive, and the pen is medium-sized. Here it is with the ubiquitous Pilot Metropolitan, and the student Kaweco is just slightly shorter, but they both weigh about the same, about 25 grams each. And the weight in the Kaweco comes from the metal section, which we'll see in a moment. From the top, we see the Kaweco logo gold medal medallion that is identical to the one on the top of the Kaweco Sport. There's the one on the Sport. And the cap curves up slightly and then down to a 5mm gold metal band that has Kaweco on one side, 3 dots, Germany, and 3 dots stamped into it. And at the back of the top of the cap, there's a silkscreen in gold of Kaweco Student, Germany. The gold metal clip is a classic Kaweco shape, extends from the cap, and is nicely springy and usable. The barrel curves up and then back down again to a flat end finial. The plastic on the pen is injection molded, as you can see from the injection molding gate on the bottom. But all of this plastic is nicely polished, and there isn't a seam to be found anywhere. The cap unscrews with 1 turn to reveal the gold metal concave section and the number 5 size steel extra fine Kaweco nib and black plastic feed. The nib and feed are friction fit and easy to pull out for cleaning or swapping. The gold plating on this nib is rather thin compared to my Sport. Interesting. seems to have rubbed off. The section is very comfortable in my hand, if a tad slippery. A tad is a scientific term, meaning the surface has a smidgen of COF, or coefficient of friction. Actually, it's not slippery at all. Not even a tad. Seems to stick in my grip. The nib has the typical Kaweco scrollwork, Germany since 1883, the Kaweco logo, and EF for extra fine. The section unscrews, and I've installed one of the summer purple cartridges in this pen, and it will take a Kaweco converter as well. So you can install 2 standard international short cartridges, one in the section and one in the barrel for storage, or one long international cartridge. The inside of the cap shows a cap liner and a small ledge that meets up with the top of the section to seal the nib. The cap posts securely and doesn't unbalance the pen that much, being that the cap is very light and most of the weight is down here at the metal section. It's also plenty long enough to write with comfortably unposted, and that bulge in the center of the barrel makes it very comfortable in the hand, giving the pen some girth. Now let's look at some size comparisons. And here we are with the Kaweco Student, with a Kaweco Sport in Amethyst, a Pilot Kukuno, a Sailor Tuzu, and a Pelican Twist. Now let's look at them posted. And here they are posted. You can see that only the Kaweco Sport is considered a pocket model, very short when posted. Kaweco Student and the Pilot Kukuno are roughly the same size. The Tuzu and the Pelican Twist are much thicker by comparison. But all the nibs are roughly number 5 size nibs, and they're all steel. Let's look at them unposted. And here they are unposted. They're all a good length posted except for the Kaweco Sport, which isn't designed to be written with unposted, much too short. Now let's look at some measurements, and I'll be back with a writing sample. And we're back with the writing portion of the review. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM paper, and this is the Kaweco Student, and this one is in the 40s blues, red. Go figure. Let's check the wetness. And it's decently wet, and the nib is ultra smooth. I'm actually very surprised. I've not experienced many extra fine nibs that are as smooth out of the box. And let's see what kind of line this actually makes. I use my Dominant Industries template, MMPad template, and check out what the width of those lines are. And it looks like we're between 0.4 and 0.5. So I'm going to say 0.4 to 0.5 millimeters, which is actually a Western fine. An extra fine would be closer to 0.3 or 0.4 millimeters in width. And the ink, I put the Kaweco Summer Purple from one of the cartridges that Linda supplied with the pen. It's a very nice warm purple, reddish purple color. As to line variation, yeah, it's fairly stiff. Not going to get much line variation at all out of this nib. And for our quote, and for some reverse writing, yeah, it's not doing it at all. Very scratchy, very dry. And for some quick writing, yeah, that feed is keeping up very, very nicely indeed. So what do I like and what do I not like about this fountain pen? Well, this is a very well-made fountain pen, and it confuses me. The confusion comes from the label Student. When you market a pen as Student, you're immediately saying it's entry-level, beginner, less expensive. That's what naming the model Student signifies to me, at least. At $60, you're not in that market in my mind. That's twice what I'd expect to pay for a student entry-level pen. This Metro and this All-Star retail for around $30, and this Kukuno is more like $15. I mean, you can get this Kaweco Sport, well, not this one, but you can get the basic Kaweco Sport for around $30. So I think the Kukuno Student isn't named properly. It should be named the Kaweco Coolio or something like that. I like Coolio. Coolio with a K. I love the colorways offered, and the idea of linking the colors to eras in popular music from jazz to soul is very coolio, in my opinion. I don't think their colors or eras line up with those musical styles, but it's subjective, and what do I know about music history anyway? I just think naming it Student is a mistake. This isn't an entry-level pen. This is a nicely made fountain pen that you should consider, because I do think it's worth $60 US for what you're getting. It's certainly worth more than the Kakuno, the Safari or All-Star, and the Metro, and is head and shoulders above the Sailor Tuzo, which is a total fail as far as I'm concerned. And I like this much better than the Kaweco Sport. I'm not a fan of EF nibs, and so I was thinking that I might swap the nib out of my Kaweco Sport into this pen, because I would be writing with this pen more. But this EF nib is writing beautifully. It's writing more like a fine to a fine medium, and is very smooth and wet. So no swapping is going to be necessary for this pen. And there you have it. Thanks go out to Linda for donating this very nice fountain pen to Inkquiring Minds for a review. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to get instant notifications whenever a new video is posted. And you can join as a member of my channel for only 99 cents a month, and I guarantee I'll answer your comments in the comment section, and you'll get cool emojis, badges, sneak peek unboxing videos, as well as instant access to my videos the moment I post them. And that just leaves it for me to say, thank you for watching. And that's all she wrote.
I made this.